The Kardashian family drama seems to no end. This time around, it's Kim Kardashian caught up in the heat with Kourtney, and the whole fiasco has turned into a huge mess, with Kim labeling Kourtney on national television. Are you curious to find out which event triggered this outburst? You gotta stay with us till the end of the video then.
She got so mad. She said, "You're trying to copy me," but she always tries to hate on the side. She's such a hater.
Let's catch you guys up to speed before diving into the juicy details of this raging feud. For this, we have to rewind all the way back to September 2022 when Kim signed a contract declaring an official partnership with Dolce & Gabbana for the Million Fashion Week. This happened a mere 4 months ago after Kourtney's infamous wedding ceremony with Travis Barker in an Italian small establishment. Most of Kourtney's wedding looks like it took inspiration from the Dolce & Gabbana archives, then which kickstarted the rumors that Kim's team up for the Million Fashion Week was just to copy Kourtney's style and drag the spotlight away from all their wedding dresses.
All these vibes from my wedding with looks that we so carefully curated.
If there's one thing you need to know about the Kardashians, it's that copying each other's style is simply off the books for them. Kourtney accused Kim of copying her style, and the wedding lookbook she was very carefully curated for that one event alone. The mood board wasn't supposed to be copied by anyone, let alone her sister. She went as far as to say that this was Kim's petty attempt of stealing her thunder because the outfits she rocked at the Million Fashion Show were nothing but a complete replica of the one selected for her wedding. She was super furious about the whole thing and didn't even bother going to the Million to support her sister despite the entire clan being there.
There was so many collections that I wanted to do, like I would have done something from the Madonna collection, but she wore something at her wedding.
Hopping onto Kim's side of the story, she said that she tried her best not to overpower any of Kourtney's wedding looks. She was very careful about which outfits to display and which ones to steer away from, just because they had an element coinciding with the looks featured at Kourtney's wedding. In one of the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, we see Kim explaining her perspective. She said that there was a lot of collections to choose from, but she opted for the ones that would least coincide with Kourtney's fashion sense. Despite being super mindful, some of the outfits turned out to be exactly similar to Kourtney's, making her lash out at her sister.
What's going on?
I know my girls, and they have this deep love for one another.
Kim wasn't the only one Kourtney was mad at the time. Kourtney was super pissed off at her mother, Kris, too. She said that the Dolce & Gabbana deal would have been run through by Kris, by the way, before Kim signed it and became official. The fact that Kris didn't even bother telling Kourtney that her sister was teaming up with the same designers featured at her wedding hurt the sentiments. The reason why we see Kourtney freaking out about this to such an extent is that she has made multiple statements before about how authenticity motivates and drives all of her ideas. The fact that she chose Dolce for her wedding was because nothing of that sort had ever been done before. To have her sister step on her shoes and steal her motivation away from her was super hurtful and a tiny bit annoying too.
We so carefully curated, and then putting it into the fashion show.
What's making Kourtney even angrier now is how Kris fails to acknowledge her emotions and just sides with Kim throughout the recent Keeping Up with the Kardashian episodes. After the Million show was over, the entire clan sat down at the table to have dinner, where Khloe decided to spill the beans about the Kourtney drama to a random stranger who joined them for a second. Kim, after seeing Khloe not holding back on her insults, decided to join, and that's when she labeled Kourtney a hater. Kris, instead of shutting Kim up right there and then, just kept on nodding and doesn't do anything to assert her motherly dominance. In the following few scenes, we see Khloe and Kim talking about the whole fiasco. Khloe reveals how Kourtney was so upset about these events, she called her crying in the middle of the night, and then she advises Kim to be gentle with her and talk things out instead of letting this drama marinate for any longer. Khloe further tells Kim that all of Kourtney's friends were riling her up, to which Kim slaps back and says that Kourtney doesn't have any friends except Travis. Ouch! Imagine Kourtney's reaction when she sees this episode, guys. This is insane. Kim, instead of toning down her insults to a notch, she slapped back at Kourtney yet again by saying that most of her wedding looks were copied by Kim's look back in 2018. She even stole her wedding country. This drama isn't looking like it's going to end anytime soon. Guess we have to wait to see when the two finally decide to call it quits. That's all from our side today. We will see you guys in the next one. Until then, adios.